Hello everyone, thanks for clicking into the video. So in this video I'm going to be talking to, or basically what we'll be talking about is how to start, grow and scale an e-commerce business. And this is the first topic on that in that environment, the entrepreneurship and e-commerce environment. So it's for someone who wants to start a business or an e-commerce or a business but they don't have a budget, or an e-commerce business without a budget. So these are the topics that we'll be discussing in this whole thing. So if you came from TikTok, thank you very much. If you haven't followed me on TikTok yet, you can go once you get into TikTok. Make sure you do so, and also make sure you subscribe to this channel for more content, please. So number one, let's talk about identifying a niche. Now, identifying a niche is, what do you want to do, what do you like to do, what do you think, or what do you feel you can do best. What is that you think, I am good at this and I can use this to build a business? Sorry, there's a plane passing. So what do you think you can do for this? That one you have to figure it out yourself. I can't help you that. I can't tell you what you're good at. I can't tell you what you can do. I can't tell you what you can, maybe sell to people. But I can tell you how to study the market, or how to study your chances of making it in the market. And by that, use tools such as, these are free tools, but remember, you don't have a budget, so everything here is free. So one is Google Trends. Google Trends is a tool by Google. It's a web page by Google where you go and you search. Let's say you're in fashion. Let's say you're in fashion. So this is the web page for Google Trends. So as I was telling you, this Google Trends, you can see Google Trends. So let's say you're in fashion. So come here and do there's a website, there's an image search, there's a news search, there's a Google Shopping search, there's a YouTube search. So I'd choose the web search or the YouTube search, and then you want to come and you can see what's trending now. Sorry, my net is a bit low. So these are the you could see what was trending now. There was something about soccer or something. The net was a bit low, so I'm sorry, but you can just, it's a free website, just get in and explore. So you're in fashion, you just come and scroll beauty and fitness. That's where fashion lies, beauty and fitness. These are the common topics in Kenya, because I chose Kenya. See, I chose Kenya. This is where you choose the country that you want, all these countries. So for me, it's Kenya. It's Kenya. So yeah, that's Kenya. And categories, beauty and fitness. Now as you can see, these are graph. It shows you the web searches. Remember, we set it to web search. So the number of times from, you see there are dates. There are dates, beauty and fitness, there are dates, these are dates. So the number according to each date, out of 100% of views, these are 100% point. Out of 100% of people, of topics searched in Kenya, out of 100% of people who searched the Google engine, people who searched any topic involving beauty and fitness, out of 100%, let's say in maybe 14th of April, let's get here, there are 75%. That's how you study Google Trends. But I'll do a full tutorial on this one once I figure out how to talk. So we're done with Google Trends. So now number two, it's social media. That one you can just go to Instagram, go to YouTube, go to Facebook. But most people who are you'll figure out the people who are in industry. But Kenya, mostly according to my research, according to the research sites that I use, a lot of people sell either on like to convert. Converting is, you advertise your product, and then the person is either once they purchase or once they look at your website or once they visit it, that's what you call a conversion. People like to convert through either YouTube or Instagram. TikTok, it's a bit TikTok made it difficult to convert through TikTok nowadays, because you either have to have 1,000 followers going upwards, or you have to have a US registered LLC. That's a limited liability company registered in the US, and it's very expensive to register an LLC. But right now we're talking about someone who has no budget. Once you talk to someone who has a budget, I'm going to give you all the quotations, all the calculations, and then just look at what you're going to pay for and what you can use for free. And number three is AI tools like ChatGPT and Perplexity. If you're doing research, use Perplexity. If you want to do web scraping, choose ChatGPT. I'm going to show you how you can do this in another video, how you can use Perplexity and ChatGPT to do research. Then now, number 2 is choosing a business model. For someone who is planning to sell products or services online without a budget, these are the 4 that I know, the most popular ones. We have either dropshipping. Dropshipping is where these are. Let me show you a full description of what dropshipping is.
Now, this is what dropshipping is. I want you to read this. This is Perplexity, but you can see this is Perplexity. It's a very good AI tool for research. Setting up an account is free of charge. So dropshipping is an e-commerce business model where the retailer does not keep products in stock. When a customer places an order, the retailer forwards it to a supplier who then ships it directly to the customer. This allows retailers to sell products without the overhead of inventory, of management and signing. So all you have to do is look for high selling products. Look for it in TikTok, look for it in Google. You can use Google Trends, but dropshipping, you don't target a Kenyan audience. You can set up a dropshipping store in Kenya, but it's in Kenya it's not that popular. It's very different unless you own inventory. But unless the only way I can think of you doing dropshipping in Kenya is if you know someone who sells something. You buy it and then you sell it to another person. For us, we call that brokering. That's what we call it, basically, broker. You go buy a shoe, buy a sweater, buy a cloth for someone, and then sell it to someone else. In the States, there are people who you don't do any of that. In Kenya, you see, you're going to have to go, you go and buy it yourself, you take it, and then you have to take it to your customer. But when you're selling to an audience in the US, it's in other parts of the world. I won't say it's 0% in Kenya, because there are people who still shop in Shopify or in Alibaba or in Amazon. There are people who still do that, and the shops it's quite tricky, but it's a whole it's a whole thing. Let me just say it's quite. I'm going to show you this step by step in later videos. So let's go to drop servicing. Now this is what mostly I do. This is my business model, drop servicing, where it's similar to dropshipping, but instead of physical products, services providers offer digital services. The service provider markets and sells the service, but outsources the actual work to freelancers or agencies. This enables service providers to scale their business without having to perform the services themselves. This is what mostly I do. I do drop servicing. I'm in the research industry. I do research, and then I do research. I'm going to help you scale, let's say, your social media. I'm going to do research, but I'm not going to do that research myself. I'm going to hire someone. I'm going to hire a research expert to do that research for me. They're going to take care of going on. They do web scraping. They're going to look at social media accounts, and then they're going to give me the report. I have a whole team that does that. They give me the report. All I do is manage the team. I look for the customers, and then I look for the people who are going to deliver, and they are very good at what they do. So from there, we have print on demand. Print on demand is not that popular in Kenya. Yeah, it's not that popular. The only print on what people do, it's they go take a plain t-shirt. It's the same as going, you take a plain t-shirt and then you go and you print it. You have your design, or you have something, you find someone who do printing on t-shirts, then you do that. But now print on demand, on demand, you do this. You open up a store in Printify or in Printful. You open up an account, it's free, and then you connect that account to a site like Shopify. Shopify and Amazon are the most popular print on demand services. And then you take your design, the design that you have. If you're a graphic designer, you can come up with a very good image. If you use AI to generate images, you use tools like Leonardo.ai. You can use Beam to generate images, and then you slap them on t-shirts. You slap them on t-shirts, on blankets, on sweatshirts, or anything that you can think of. After you do that, you post it you publish the product. It's going to be published automatically to either Shopify or Amazon or Alibaba.
And now that brings us to building a store. So for dropshipping, I've already told you do that on Shopify. Basically do that on Shopify. Now Shopify, this is what I want you to get. You're not gotten, just read the video, you'll see. From there, you have drop servicing. Shopify, you remember the principle, they have to do the setup. And then you can sell services on Shopify, but it's not a popular site to sell services. Services, sell them on these sites. Sell them on Fiverr, sell them on Upwork. Those are the most popular freelancer sites and other freelancer sites. There is freelancer.com, there are a lot. but the most popular ones are Fiverr and Upwork and freelancer.com or other freelancer sites. I don't use freelancer sites. For me, I find customers or I find my clients through social media and social media and referrals. That's what I do. So from then we have print on demand. Print on demand, I told you set up a Printify store, which is free of charge. A Printify store, this is where you create the designs. In these two, this is where you're going to make the designs. This is where you're going to get let me show you.
Now this is a design of a woman's dress which I made. I went and created an image. After I created an image, I went and put it on this dress. I'm going to show you the website that I do that in. So these are some of the images there. These are called mockups, the photos that you use to market them. This is another image for a jeans t-shirt. These are image of a G-Wagon. Yeah, the front and back. And let me show you the website that I do that in. Printify. I use Printify, but you can still do that in Printify. So you see the catalog. So if you want to do a design like I've told you, I showed you the women's clothing and the men's clothing. So you can see you have a lot of things you can do on Printify. You see you have men's clothing, you have women, you have kids, you have food, you have accessories, and then you have home living. Basically, this is what print on demand is. You come and pick a product. After you pick a product, you have a design, and then you put a design on that product, and then you're going to publish it on either Shopify or either Alibaba or either Amazon. But Shopify and Amazon, they are the most popular to set up this accounting. The
reason you don't see Amazon on this list, you're going to see Amazon on this list because setting up an online store in Amazon is quite it's not as easy as you might think. So from then on, you have social media presence. So these YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Reddit. So in these sites, you're going to post content on YouTube. You're going to post content on TikTok. You're going to post content on Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, and Reddit. So content, you're going to post it in 2 times. If you have video content, let's say you want to explain something, or you have they have a book on content, calendar, on a content calendar. The way you need to post from Monday to Sunday. What you can post every day, every week. There's also a prompt to, if you don't have an idea what you can post on Monday to Sunday for maybe a whole 3 to 6 months, because that's the time. That's the time frame you should give yourself. Give yourself from 3 to 6 months, and by then that's what I do. If I have a client, and those clients I have to check, have you been in business for less than 3 months? I can't do that. You have to be in business for 3 months, because at least I'll have something to work with. You can't just start and then I help you. You don't do that, because you need to test. Testing is important. As you can see, testing is important. You need to experiment. It's important. I'm going too far ahead of myself, but that's what you need to do. Now I need to tell you about Shopify, how Shopify works. Now Shopify, you can create an account for free. You're going to create an account for free, but it's going to be valid for only 3 days. So that will give you some time to set up your account. It's going to set an account for you. You're going to set up an account for free. No credit card, no nothing. For free for 3 days. And then after those 3 days, you're going to have to pay $1 per month for 3 months. That's around 120 to 131 shillings by the time I'm making this video. So I'm making this video on August 1st. So on August 1st, if I open up a shop right now, I'm going to pay 0 shillings. I'm going to pay 0 shillings from August 1st. Today's on when? I think today's on Wednesday or something. That account is going to be free up to Friday. On Saturday, I'm going to be asked for a credit card, and then I'm going to pay for 1 month. I'm going to pay $1. That $1 is going to be active until next month. Today's on 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Next month, 4th. I'm going to pay $1 that is going to be valid up to September 4th. And then I'm going to pay another $1 valid until October 4th. And then another $1 until November 4th. And then on November 4th, I'm going to pay $29. You get 3 days free, and then $1, $1, and then $29. So you can't get that wrong. But that should have come here. But I think $1 is not that expensive. But it was supposed to come here. But if you don't have that dollar, then you can sell directly on Printify or on Printiful. But now that comes down to now that brings the question. Buying, I've told you print on demand, it's popular. It's more popular Maju, not in Kenya. So Buying directly on Printify and Printful is there won't be a lot of conversions, but buying from Shopify or Amazon, because those are the trusted suppliers. Shopify and Amazon are the trusted suppliers. So I'd advise you just figure out a way to get that $1. Yeah. So yeah. And then now the social media. Now, to get the book, there's a link in the description that is going to give you access to that book. It's called Branding and Marketing Through Content. Your 1 week content calendar. You have a 1 week content calendar. What is supposed to post on Monday to Sunday, and how you can post. If you don't have anything to post in it again, there's how you can use AI for the how you can use AI to help you generate content. There's a prompt there. Just create a ChatGPT account or a Perplexity account. Paste in the prompt there according to your niche or the products or services you're offering, and that's it. Now we come to the I didn't do entrepreneurship. This is where now you have a service. You have yourself. You are targeting a Kenyan audience. You have a service, or you have something, the thing that I call brokering, or you have something you can get access to, and then you can sell it to make money. Now you can create a website in Udu. I know if you watch a lot of content creators, the likes of Mkurugenzi, the likes of Eliking on TikTok, the likes of Crazy Kena, you've seen them marketing Udu. This website builder, I'm not an affiliate for Udu, but I'm telling you, this is the best. Out of this one, Google Sites and social media, Udu is a very good website. It's a very good website. The only downside with the custom URLs, they say it will have the name Udu. Let's say it's stevenconsultant.udu.com. That's how the custom URL will come, stevenconsultant.udu.com. So if you're a fashion, let's say summerfashion.udu.com. But it's a very, very good website. The downside of it is that it has to have .udu.com. And now the payment methods. Let's start with Shopify before you go to Udu. Shopify, I told you about the credit card. So that's a bank account directly, because a bank account goes. The credit card belongs to a bank. So a bank account. So open up a bank account, get a credit card or a debit card, and then connect it to Shopify, and you're set. So in Udu, the payment method is always PayPal. I didn't see a M-Pesa or anything popular in Kenya, so PayPal. But you can create a page where someone can lip an M-Pesa, and then you configure an option for pay on delivery. So if someone makes an order, you get that order through email. Once they make that order through email, you deliver the order, you deliver the service, and then you get paid. You get paid there and then. In Shopify, you can get paid through your bank directly. But in Udu, it's a very good website builder. You can build a very good, powerful website with Udu. But if you are targeting an outside market, let's say you're selling a course, because you can sell courses. If you are selling a course, that you can post it on Udu. Udu has a place where you can set a course. You can sell a course. You configure a very good course. You make a very good course. You sell it on Udu. If someone purchases it, the money goes to the PayPal. Or you can create a PayPal account, and then you can integrate it in Udu. It's very easy to integrate in Udu. Now, when someone goes to pay for that PayPal, for that course, when they click PayPal, they're going to see PayPal. But what if someone doesn't have a PayPal account, but they have a debit card? They can still pay. But now there's no option of debit card. It's wire transfer, but a transfer was a bit complicated for me. So I chose PayPal, but then in that PayPal payment, you can still pay through debit card. That's a bit complicated. I'm going to show you in a video specifically for Udu, because I know most of you are going to fall for this one. Are going to want to do this one. That's what I started with. I started with this one. I started using Udu way before it came to Kenya, so I know most of you are going to like this one. So for the challenges, obviously there's competition. That's why it's important to experiment and adapt and don't give up. And that's why I'm telling you, I do not take jobs for clients who have been in business for less than 3 months. In fact, it was 6 months. And then I saw that's a bit harsh, so I came to 3 months, because you have to have felt it. You have to have felt the impact. If someone comes to you after 3 months of business, they've either figured it out or they've tried a lot of things and it hasn't worked out. So you have to have been in work for 3 months, because in 3 months you'll have a social media account. If you don't have one, you have to create one. And then I'm going to look, if you have created one, I'm going to look at the way you post your content. We're going to look at the way you market. You're going to look at your bios. You look at a lot of things. But if you've been in business for that long, your consistency, all those things. But then you start a job today. Next week, if it doesn't convert because you saw online, there's something we call shiny object syndrome. You see some black people telling you, yo, I made 10,000, some US guys telling you I made $10,000 in 2 weeks. It's not that simple. It's not that easy. Those are people who are in this one, in this budget. People who have hundreds of thousands of dollars from maybe their parents, or even from they've been funded by banks. Because in Kenya you're not funded by banks. Our system is too corrupt to fund us, so you can't be funded by banks. You have to find funds for yourself. So that's not something you should be looking at unless you have very rich parents. Then you're going to look at this one, because in this one your chances of succeeding are higher than this one, because here you can invest in a lot of things, in ads, in other websites, in you hire people to do a lot, is to set the groundwork for you. But now we are here, no budget, we don't have a budget. So competition and customer trust should be one thing that you do watch out for. One thing, because I also suffer these things. I'm just getting into social media, so you probably are asking yourself, this guy says he does, he says he does, he says he does. Actually, I don't do it. You have a company that does it. I just work for that company. And now, since you can promote the company, since you are a lot, I have to promote it to my own self, and then my partners are going to promote it themselves. That's what we do. But trusting me is not going to also be that, and I understand, which I understand, and that's why after maybe a while, you're going to see where I was coming from. I'm going to remind you of this day when I told you why consistency and everything is important to build trust. And then all you have the steps. You start small. Stop thinking about something perfect. Look at the way I'm doing this video right now. I'm using a phone, and then I'm just using a phone, and using a phone. I just created this in my room using a phone and just a paper. You don't have to look for something perfect. What is important is what you're communicating, what you're saying in your content. That's what's important. So start small. Utilize free resources. Trust me, this will help you. Free resources, this will help you. This will help you. And then importantly, experiment and adapt. Please consider this one. In fact, I say this is the most important part of this video. Start small. Stop looking for something perfect. Just start. Get yourself out there. You don't know who's watching. If you get that book, if you happen to get that book of branding and content, you will see the importance of starting small and getting yourself out there. That's what made me do this today. That's what made me even start communicating or start saying about the business that we do today, because I was really motivated. Please get that book. I'm not bullshitting you. Please get that book. It is going to be worth it. And if you have any questions, email me. So utilize free resources and experiment and adapt. So that's it. Next time, we're going to look at the topic 2, which is with a budget or a custom budget. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you some paid plans. From here, I'm going to give you things you can pay. I'm going to show you how to set up these stores and how to set up now in Amazon. I'm going to show you how to set, and now Shopify is also going to come here. I'm going to show you here. I'm going to show you how to invest in ads, and then here I'm going to show you how to create foreign bank accounts and register LLCs. Yeah, so basically that is going to be it. So you're going to choose what you want to do, what you can afford to pay for. If you can pay for all of it, that's okay. If you cannot, that's okay. So see you in the next one. Bye bye.